Now, the exiled Iranian Prince Reza Pahlavi, he said that the death toll from the unrest in Iran is surged over the past many days, and now he's calling on the international community, including the United States of America, to provide meaningful support for the protesters. The protesters in what he believes is facing as a deadly force from the authorities. In a statement, he said, "The sad news is that we have had more casualties in the last 2 days, 4 times the number of people who were dead as the result of the 9/11 terrorist attack. What we have got so far, the number that we have is 12,000 plus people. It might be more, but that's the minimum number that we have so far." Asked if the supporters are now getting any kind of military action, the prince said that it's about saving lives and not aggressive interference. When civilians are being murdered and massacred in a war waged against them by their own government, some additional help is indeed needed. I'm not talking about aggression, I'm talking about helping a nation to liberate itself. Listen in to what he said.
شما ارتش ملی ایران هستید، نه ارتش جمهوری اسلامی. وظیفه دارید از جان همیهنانتون حفاظت بکنید. فرصت زیادی براتون نمونده. به مردم هرچی زودتر بپیوندید.
My colleague Pranay Upadhyay is now joining me on the story. Pranay, we are seeing how these statements are being made by the exiled Prince of Iran. He's now asking the international community to look at what exactly is happening in Iran.
Ashwarya, the internet remains shut in Iran. There is no independent verification of the facts or the situation there in Iran, and therefore a lot of claims are being made. But Reza Pahlavi, the exiled royal of Iran, has made a very shocking claim that over 12,000 people have lost their lives in Iran during these protests, because one thing we know that the government of Iran has used hard measures to contain the situation and to contain the protests, which actually went absolutely viral in Iran, and actually spread to various cities and various areas, and these protests were actually violent as well. And therefore, the government of Iran used hard measures, strict measures, and they used force to contain the situation. In that situation, there are claims by the news agencies have quoted Iranian officials saying that over 2,000 people have lost their life. But certainly, there is a loss of life. There are diverse claims. There are different claims about the situation. But that is the requirement. The world community is concerned about the situation in Iran, what has happened on the streets of Iran, and what how government of Iran is containing the situation, and they should exercise some transparency. They should come out with figures that what exactly is the toll in Iran, but that remains an opaque situation, and therefore you must have seen the recent post by U.S. President Donald Trump. He said that that if the protesters are being targeted, the help is on their way. We are monitoring, and we are ready to help them and intervene in a situation because the government of Iran is actually crushing these protests.
Right.
And President Donald Trump has urged protesters to keep protesting and occupy institutions.
Right. Thank you, Pranay, giving us all those details. Once again, listen into what the exiled Prince of Iran has to say with regards to seeking help with the protesters who are out there protesting in the streets of Iran. Listen in.
شما ارتش ملی ایران هستید، نه ارتش جمهوری اسلامی. وظیفه دارید از جان همیهنانتون حفاظت بکنید. فرصت زیادی براتون نمونده. به مردم هرچی زودتر بپیوندید.